Elise Ames Parker grew up here at Sheep Pasture. Her father grew up at Langwater. His name was Oliver. And basically, as a wedding gift, when Oliver got married, he was given 5 acres of land where the foundation is today. It was a tradition that the family would give the young couple land. And so the young couple will have 4 children. They are, first of all, Elise, who will become Elise Ames Parker. The second, they hoped would be a boy named Oliver. But Oliver was a girl, so she was called Olivia. And so their nicknames, because Elise's mother was also Elise, was E. Olivia, throughout her life, was called O, E and O. And they were dressed the same way until they turned 18 and had debutante parties. So they always wore the same style dress. Oliver finally is born, the 3rd son, and the 4th son will be Richard. And the interesting thing is that basically they lived here in the spring and the fall. And this is the house that basically her father had built. Right here, over there where the foundation is. Eventually, he will acquire all the land that you and I know as Sheep Pasture.
The property, affectionately named Sheep Pasture in Easton, was the favorite spot of Elise Ames Parker, daughter of Oliver and Elise Ames, of Easton's founding Ames family. The young Elise, called E by her parents, fell in love with the estate, though the family only lived there during the springtime of each year. Between a private teacher, schooling E and her 3 siblings, exploring the grounds with her father, and taking rides through town on afternoons with the family driver, who pointed out plants, trees, and flowers, E's admiration and love for nature grew. While one of the Ames family traditions at the time E was married was for parents to give property to their children as a wedding gift, she was thrilled that the 5 acres her father gifted to her included one of her favorite spots. She cherished the town of Easton and adored Sheep Pasture. E married William Parker, and while she spent many decades of her adult life living next to Unity Church, she became known throughout town simply as Mrs. Parker. Mrs. Parker entrusted the property to NRT in her will in 1979, and ever since it has been a popular park with families, walkers, and visitors from surrounding towns.
And the idea was that this would be land for the residents of Easton and the area. There was an endowment. So basically it's private nonprofit. And one of the things that I'm not positive whether it was Mrs. Parker's idea, Lynn White's, or who else, but what about having like a harvest fair here? You could sell some of the products that were in the greenhouse. People could come and actually walk through this area. And the harvest fair started probably 1972. And basically, a lot of people came. It was the first Saturday of October. It was a beautiful day. There was no charge. And people came. Basically, the idea was originally it would be things that were grown in the greenhouse when my dad was.
Okay.
Flowers, potted plants, that kind of thing. And then it became something like, people said, well, why not let merchants come in and sell their artwork or their pottery? In other words, it's almost like a craft show in many ways. And so by the early 80s, this whole area all the way to the foundation would have tables. Obviously you paid, but you didn't have to pay that much to have a table. And again, once ECAT and other sources showed how many people came, it was amazing. And they would have clowns and They would have singers, anything that people might be interested in. And so the Harvest Fair is very, very successful.
I wanted to tell everybody today about the Harvest Fair that's coming up this October. This year is the 46th year. Unbelievably, I can't believe it's been this long. We are ready to welcome everybody here to the sheep pasture on October 6th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And we're going to have family activities, food, entertainment. All the best parts of the fair are going to be ready here for all of our family visitors. One of the things that is different this year, we're working with the Shoveltown Brewery, and we will be having a family pub area at the pavilion. We're going to have lots of outdoor lawn games. We're going to have service by Shoveltown Brewery, and we're going to have lots of different activities all around there so people can join up together. One of the best things about Harvest Fair is that families come from all over the area and come back to meet up here at Harvest Fair every year. So this will give them a great opportunity to sit down together and talk and chat while they enjoy the fair itself. We have people from actually all over the New England area, believe it or not, and these people can come. They come sometimes for decades. With such a long-running event, we are really blessed to have so many people that return year after year. So we have people, probably around 6,000 people that come annually, and as you'll see when you walk through the fair, people are greeting each other, people are catching up with old friends, so it really is a community celebration. Yep, the Harvest Fair this year is going to have a mixture of old and new events. Of course, we're going to have lots of crafters. We have some new crafters that are going to come to offer their goods to everybody. And then we have some returning favorites like our wooden toy maker and some of our other makers. So we're looking forward to having everybody back there. This year, we are on tap to have the return of the alpacas. The alpacas are always a favorite for all the families. They love seeing the Cave Rock alpacas, so we're hoping to get them to come again. Our chainsaw carver, Dave Conklin, is returning here in 2019. Those of you who are interested can always look. We have Dave's materials out and about at the fair, and he'll be carving right here. The Harvest Fair has been a very important part of the NRT for two reasons. Number one is what we talked about earlier, is building community. Everybody comes and almost everybody says, oh, I've been to the Harvest Fair every year, whether it's 5 years or 10 years or more, to catch up with friends and family. So that's why we want to keep it running, because it's a really important part of the community. And the other reason is it's become an essential source of fundraising for the NRT. We like to keep the sheep pasture property open and available for the community. We don't charge for people to come and walk and visit the property. So we need some kind of fundraising activities, and the Harvest Fair is one of our most important. The NRT maintains a Harvest Fair website page, and you can find it at www.nrtofeaston.org, and just click on the Harvest Fair events page, and you'll have all the latest information that we have.